How you doing? Welcome back to Feral Art. Let's paint. Okay, I have not done a transfer bloom in a long time. Don't leave. Don't leave. This is a multi-step painting, but I swear it turns out really cool. Stick around to the end to see. All my colors will be in the description box. There are several things that I think about when I'm laying down my colors. One is dimension. I don't want all of my colors to mix together and just make one like conglomeration of the same color. So I always try to think about using dark next to light. And sometimes I do put light next to light like I just did, because I know it's going to mix and look beautiful together. So I want to think about how they're going to combine and how I can make that differentiation in my colors. So that's why I lay them down the way that I do. I'm going to repeat my layers because the canvas I'm transferring onto is larger than the one I am laying the paints on right now. This is a 12 by 12. I have used it for this so many times. The canvas I'm transferring onto is a 16 by 20. So I need enough paint to stretch over that extra area. This color that I'm putting down right here is a pigment. The next color is a tube paint, which I want to put down right before my cell activators. It holds up better. I have not one, not two, but 3 CAs today because, you know, if you're going to jump in, jump back in. I left my CAs for this thicker because you need to have them stand up to being stretched. I haven't used my really big blow dryer in a long time, and yes, this is probably the sloppiest blowout ever, but since I'm going to be transferring it, I decided just to go ahead with it. I am just going to hit a few of these spots. I really just wanted to capitalize on some of the cells that were already there, so I just blew on existing cells just to stretch them out a little bit. All right, and I'm going to let this sit and percolate while I get my other canvas over here. This is 16 by 20. Just got this old container here that I found over on my table. They discontinued this paint, so I'm not gonna waste a drop. This is just more PPG Multi-Pro 47-3110. I want to make the shape of my pillow rectangular like the canvas because it's much easier to spin out if you've got paint closer to the corners. If you leave it oval, you get that weird cutoff at the corners thing, and corners are enough of a problem as it is. I'm just stretching it out to get it closer to those corners, closer to the sides, and then I need to even it out because you don't want the weight of your paint to be ill distributed. Here I have my scooper. I have tailored this to fit my own needs. I like these rails on here because it keeps the paint confined so it doesn't just go everywhere. It makes it easier for me to work with, so that's the way I do it. Okay, so we take this and we scoop this onto here. And then we transfer it onto here. It probably goes without saying, but that's why this is called a transfer bloom, because you're transferring the bloom you just made on the one canvas onto another canvas. I'm gonna attempt to fill in that little gap right there. We'll see how that goes. Not very well, thank you very much. Okay, cool. Great. Again, I'm just moving this paint around a little bit to make sure where the weight of my paint is so I'll know how it's going to move. Best thing I can think to do right now is just spin. I'm not gonna spin real fast because, like I said, it's been a while. I'm a little nervous. This is where evening your paint out really does pay off, because as you can see, it's all spreading out, but it's all sort of going at the same rate of speed. As you notice, I'm not doing any Olympic level spinning here. I'm not spinning real fast because I want to make sure that I know exactly what's going on and where. So it's nice, slow, controlled spins. At this point, there's still a lot of paint on the canvas. I haven't gotten to the place where I want to yet, so I'm going to continue to spin until my paint is distributed and the composition is pleasing to my eyes. That big white spot down in the lower left corner is where I tried to fix it. Sometimes it's better just to leave things alone. I would really like to get rid of that. About right now, I was thinking there's got to be enough paint on here to get rid of that corner. Thankfully, there was, but sometimes it really is better just to leave stuff alone. And I did! Yay. Cool. Interesting. I think I probably should test my depth. Alright, this'll do. It's got a little pointy point on it. I always try to test in the lacing so I don't bring up a dot. About there. I'm gonna hit it one more time, just for safety. My paint really wasn't moving, but once more for safety is never a bad idea. As you'll see, it's just another slow, controlled spin, just to make sure I don't have a big wad of paint somewhere. Kind of neat. Interesting how it just kind of washes over here. There's still stuff in there, not a lot, but a little. I like it. I think it's kind of cool. Let's have a little close-up. Okay, here are the wet results of my first transfer bloom in a long time. I think it turned out pretty cool. These to me are always just a lot of fun. They are unpredictable, and I just really like these colors together, and I thought, well, hey, why don't I make me a transfer bloom? And I think it's come out pretty well. I was kind of hoping for more cells, but what I actually got is big old lacing, and I am okay with that. Maybe next time we'll try some black CA on some other colors. But I really like this. It's very soft, very dreamy. I sort of got, kinda, the idea for my color palette from Karen from Waterfall Acrylics. She did one the other day. Not these colors really, but sort of the same bluish greenish vibe. And I really dug the blue and green together, so I decided that I would do a transfer with them. And so here we are. I think they're really pretty. What do you think? I like. But you know what it's time for now, don't you? Oh yeah, it's time to go sparkly hunting. Okay, when I tell you it's dark down here, dudes and dudettes, I mean it is dark. It is night time. There is that Nick Pro Gold CA. Indeed. As I said, my colors will be in my description box, so I'm not going to run through them now, but look at all the sparklies. There are a ton, quite literally, of sparklies. Maybe not a ton, but because the whole thing doesn't weigh a ton, but there's a bunch. I like this kind of wild pattern that we got going here. Love the sparklies. I think this is going to turn out to be really pretty. It's very soft. Very, very soft indeed. So that, you know, for me is kind of a different thing. But I do see all three of the CAs repping themselves, which is pretty cool. Sometimes one of them will get lost, and sometimes some of them just disappear altogether, and I think we've got a pretty good deal going on here. I love this. I love where this purple CA just went kind of nuts. I think that is so pretty. Really makes a good contrast with all the blue and green too, so that's cool. But anyway, we've got sparklies for days, quite literally. And boy, the more I look at these colors, the more I am just really quite infatuated with them. So yeah, we've got it going on here. What do you think? What do you think? I can tell you what I think all day long, but it's what you think that matters right now. I mean, to me it matters what I think, but I'm really always curious as to what you think. So keep in mind, this white color that we see is not white. It's liquid mirror, so it's going to shine like the devil. So anyway, there we have it. Our lovely, lovely, lovely transfer bloom. And as usual, I'm going to go off and live my life. And I will see you guys when this is dry. Okay, here are the dry results of my transfer bloom. I think she turned out really pretty. We got lots and lots of neat lacing and effects. I love the way the colors dried. I think it's really pretty. Showing up a little darker on camera than it actually is, which is not surprising. Seems like that always happens. But let me show you the best part. The best part is that this sucker glows. And it glows all over. It's just really hard to see. But we do have some sun today, so we have all the pretty glow. Well, I hope we do on camera anyway. But anyway, first one in quite some time. I'm just going to go ahead and call it a success. I really like this one. I hope that you like it too. Just let me know in the comments. What do you think? Are you glad to see me doing something besides blowouts? So anyway, there we go. I really like it. I'm very happy with it. And I'd like to thank you for spending your precious time with me today. And before you go, make sure that subscribe button is pushed. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I appreciate it. I'll get back to you. I always do. Oh, and there's always that hype feature of you if you are of such a mind. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.